I like to draw this little plus sign. And if you want, you can draw a heart around it. Okay? And then when we label this with our parts of our heart, we have our right atrium, we have our left atrium, we have our right ventricle, and our left ventricle. So what else do we have in our heart here in the middle? Valves, right? So I like to abbreviate tricuspid, bicuspid. Then we have our pulmonary artery and our, oh, I need to shut that off. Sorry, our aortic artery. Okay? This tells you all the parts of the heart. Now when you get to your test questions and your things like that, you're going to see questions like, what prevents backflow into the right ventricle? Well, instead of memorizing that, if you draw this out and learn it this way, how it lays out, that answers your question. You go to the right ventricle, what's in its box? The pulmonary artery. That's what prevents backflow. Same here, the right atrium, what prevents backflow? The tricuspid, and so on and so forth. It's a lot easier than writing that on a note card and trying to memorize it if you can visually see in your head what triggers what. Because remember, it's a one-way system. When our blood comes in, up here from the superior vena cava, we want it to come down and flow and do its thing, but not backflush, okay? All right, and then we talked about what part of our brain, what system controls our heart?
Automatic.
The ANS, yes. So that controls our heart. Then we have our brain. It's a big brain, like a Jimmy Neutron brain. We have our spinal column that comes off of here and sitting kind of back here. We have our medulla and our pons. And that, do you remember what we said that was?
The cardiac center.
Our cardiac center. Remember the vagus nerve that we learned in AP1. We have the vagus nerve. Oh, you know what I forgot? Rest our nodes. We had two nodes in the heart. Do you remember what they were?
SA node.
Right. What was the SA node's job?
Pacemaker.
That's our pacemaker. Okay. So our vagus nerve was cardio what?
Respiratory. Inhibitory.
Inhibitory. Which means, this means heart, inhibitory means, we're going to slow it down. Yeah? Yeah? So what kind of response was this? Is it a sympathetic or a parasympathetic? Parasympathetic, which means? Mm-hmm. Rest and digest. What chemical, do you remember what chemical our body releases at this point in time? Acetylcholine. And what does that do to our heart rate? It lowers it. Because we're laying on the couch digesting tacos. We're just chill, right? Remember, this is the Kia Soul version. We're going slow. Although my Soul does kind of go fast. Maybe it's like a Volkswagen. It's like a Prius, because that's what Dr. Cooper drives. He drives a Prius. Let's make this a Prius. We won't insult my soul. We'll put the Prius on there. It's a Prius. There you go. Okay. Then we're going to have its, what was the fancy A word? The opposite? The antagonist. Down here between the T1 to the T4 of your spine, there's a cluster of nerves that controls this. And it is the antagonist of cardioinhibitory. So it's cardioacceleratory. So we're going to jump out of this Prius and we're going to jump in our 911 because we're going to go fast. We're done being slow. We're going to move. We want to go. So we're switching from parasympathetic to sympathetic. which is, it's not rest and digest,
Fight or flight.
it's fight or flight. We are hauling booty, we are going down the freeway, we've got our tunes cranked, we've got our mood roof open, we're cool. What is our body releasing at this point, which chemical? It's a hormone and a neurotransmitter. Norepinephrine. What does this do to our heart rate? And our blood pressure? It's gonna raise it. And what else does it increase?
Force of contraction.
The force of contraction, very good. Which is the force of contraction. Okay, so our vagus nerve, when we're cardio-inhibitory, it's gonna come through and it's gonna innervate, which means send power to the SA node and the AB node to accomplish that. The difference between that and the cardio-excitatory is it's going to innervate our SA node, our pacemaker, and our AB node, this marker is about to die. It's also going to come over here, and it's going to impact, bless you, your heart muscles and your coronary arteries. Because we want to increase that force of contraction. So not only do we want our SA node, our pacemaker, innervated so that it's working, but we want that heart muscle stronger, and it's got to get it really going and excited because we're sympathetic now. Clearer? Okay, stop recording.